It's me, Bree Reads! Hi, friends! It's me, Bree! Today, let's use our hands and fingers! Let's get a little bit messy! We're making trees for all 4 seasons! Spring, summer, fall, and winter! I made this craft 2 ways. For a printable 3D seasons tree, you can watch my other video. For this project, I'm using 4 pieces of paper, 1 for each season. There's spring, summer, fall, and winter. I'm using brown, washable paint for the trunk of my trees and a paintbrush to paint my hand. Now, colors! They came in this washable brush set, but I want to use my fingertips, so I'm cutting out some space from this egg carton. I'm using 3 colors for each season. That means I need 12 spots altogether. Use whatever you have to hold your paint. In my 3D craft, I made a cherry blossom tree for spring, so I'm going to use those colors for my fingerprint tree. A bright new leaf green, a light pink, and a darker pink. And for summer, I made a cherry tree. Let's use those colors for finger painting. I'm starting with a darker green, then the same light green from spring, and to represent the cherries, red. Now, for my fall tree, I used some autumn colors. Let's try it with finger paint. I'm starting with red. Then, in the warm family, orange. And last, a golden yellow. Last are winter colors. My 3D winter tree had snowflakes on it. Let's use some of those colors. I'm starting with a light blue. Then, a darker blue, and for a little more iciness, a lavender, light purple. Use however many colors in as many combinations as you like. Now take a moment to gather your materials if you're creating with me. I'm starting with the spring tree with 1 piece of paper and my hand. I'm going to paint with brown paint from my fingertips through to my wrist. Make sure that your paint is kid-safe and washable, or ask for help from a grown-up if you need. I poured that paint right on top of my hand. Then I used the brush to spread it out. It's easier when you open up your fingers, like this. Try to cover all the skin parts on this side of your hand. Your fingers are the branches, and your wrist will be the trunk. It's time to put it on the paper. Make sure you leave enough space at the top. That's where our leaves and colors will go. When your hand is placed, press down gently. Press on all the parts of your palm and your fingers. Push, push, push until they've all made contact with the paper. Then 1, 2, 3, lift up. Ta-da! A tree with branches. When that's done, you want to set it aside to dry. Then we're ready for our next tree. Pouring it on my hand got a little too messy, so I used a cup this time. When you know better, you do better. I repainted my hand in the same places. I left the space at the top just like before, and push! Repeat the same thing as before. All of our trees will have the same base. 1, 2, 3, lift! We did it! Now that you've seen it done 2 times, it's your turn. Repeat again and again until you have 4 finished, and let them dry. When they're all dry, you're ready for color. I'm starting with the top row. With my fingertips, I'll dip into my spring colors. First is my bright green spring leaves. I'm taking my finger and tapping on the paper. I'm thinking about what a tree looks like and the shape it has at the top. The leaves fill in the top of the paper. You can place them on or over the branches, in between, and make the shape you like. Keep going until you're happy with your tree. Then wipe or wash your hands between colors. Now I'm going in with the darker pink. Since I'm making a cherry blossom tree, this is the darker of the cherry blossom flower petals. I'm putting less flowers than there are green leaves. But remember, you can design your tree any way you like. After washing my hand, I go back in with a lighter pink. These are flower petals too. They're just a different shade of pink. Keep going until you're happy with the design, then set it aside to dry. Next is the summer tree. I'm using these 3 colors. After washing my hands from spring, I go in with the darker summer green. I'll do the same thing. I start at the bottom of my tree and start to build the shape. Fill it in all the way to the other side and at the tops too. Now I'll go in with a lighter green. It's the same light green from spring. And last, the red for summer cherries. I'm more careful with these because I don't want to smear it with the green. Just a tap will do. I spread them out the way I like. And when I'm happy with how it looks, I set it aside to dry. They're a summer tree. Next is our fall or autumn tree. I'm starting with orange. Orange is the first color I think of when I think of autumn. That's why I'm making it the first color of my leaves. It's the color I'll use the most to fill in the most space. Choose whatever color you like for autumn. Keep on tapping. Have fun with it. Finger painting is fun. Next, I use autumn red. I use less of it, but it's one of those beautiful warm colors of fall. And after cleaning my fingertip, I go in with the yellow. Yellow brings it all together. It's warm and it's sunny. It's golden and bright. When I'm finished and happy with my autumn tree, I set it aside somewhere flat to dry. Last but not least is our winter tree. I'm starting with a light blue color. A lot of winter trees don't have any leaves. We could just leave it blank, just bare branches, but that's not very fun for finger painting. So let's choose some wintry colors instead. Winter is cool. Let's choose cool colors. A light blue, icy like snow. Then a darker blue, cold like icicles. I'm imagining that these are even snowflakes. And our last cool color is lavender. It's in the violet or purple family. I fill in my winter tree wherever I think it needs a bit more color. And when I'm finished, I set it aside to dry like the others. When you're all done, you'll have 4 seasons of fingerprint trees. Thank you for creating with me today, friends. It's fun to paint with our fingers. And I want to see your trees. You can find and tag me on Instagram to show me. And please subscribe to my channel for more books and more fun. See you next time. Bye-bye.